Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to OLC TV, this time for some Warsaw. Now, for those of you who don't know what this game is, it's been out for, I want to say at least 4 months, but they've been continually updating the game. And it's recently had a whole load of patches and updates that's made it extremely good. I've had this game in my Steam library now for a long time, and I've been playing it on and off since launch, but I thought I'd introduce it to the channel. Now, it's a stunning hand-painted tactical RPG, turn-based combat, very similar in the way it plays to Darkest Dungeon, if any of you have played that, except obviously set in World War II war-torn Warsaw, and you are the Polish resistance. So, enough of the preamble, let's get into the game. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start off with a tutorial campaign, just so you can get an idea of how the game works. So we'll click there, and we're just going to stick on regular. It's a very hard game, so yeah, we're going to stick regular and regular for now and start the campaign. The year is 1944. Battered by opposing forces on two fronts, the Third Reich begins to crumble. In Central Europe, Poland lies at the heart of the storm, caught between the waning Nazi oppression and the rising Soviet threat. There is little hope for release. Despite the unfavourable odds, the Polish Home Army, now an underground resistance movement, is given the go-ahead by the country's government in exile. As the final part of the countrywide Operation Tempest, they are to launch one last act of defiance, an uprising in Warsaw, Poland's capital city. August 1st, 1944, the W hour. 952,000 people live within the uprising area. The first skirmishes begin. Okay, so I've played this game before, so I know this, but I'm still going to go through this relatively quickly for you. So, tutorial, the uprising begins. Exploration. So you have a certain number of action points that you can do on this map. When you run out, essentially what will happen is you fail the mission. To move, you point the cursor and hold left mouse button to move in that direction. You will also, as you travel, come across lots of different encounters. Each of these encounters will provide different things, whether that be sort of events, loot, or enemies. Enemies have this little eye here to show whether or not they can see you, are aware of you, or not. Now, this is not a game where you want to be going out of your way to fight, especially in the early stages. So here we go. Before you set out for the rally point, the first order of business is to arm yourself. Your team arrives to receive their assigned share of ammunition from a resistance arsenal, and not a moment too soon. A Nazi patrol appears in the distance, likely alarmed by the unusual activity in the district. If you want to rendezvous with the uprising, you'll have to fight your way through. And we've been given a whole load of ammunition. Every time we shoot a gun, we lose ammunition, so we're constantly trying to get more. Right. Text events, they usually give you, when you get an event, you can sometimes be given a choice where you have to pass a skill, and then you have a percentage chance of success with each of your characters. Right, we're going to loot all of that, and we are going to continue. So up we go. And see here, this is the Nazi patrol that we were told about. So we have to intercept this patrol. Let's get into it. So, combat tutorial. Activations. You have so many activations. You can see we have 3 activations, they have 2 activations. Now, for each of these activations, you can perform a skill. You can activate the same character multiple times during the fight. It's not like Darkest Dungeon where only one character has an activation per turn. You can continually activate the same person. But they do have fatigue, which will be explained in a second. So we're going to highlight Christoph, and we are going to highlight a skill. So it's suggesting that we do target acquired. And you can see it has these blue dots where that says where you need to be. There's 4 lanes for you to stand in. You need to be in the back 2 lanes to use this skill, and you can hit anyone on the other side, all those red dots. Okay? So, see these red dots here? That's where you can target. And this chap is in the second dot. Bang! There we go. Nice shot. But his health here, he's still got quite a lot left. And yes, the stamina, like I was explaining, you see this line here has dropped by 1. 3 stamina, no penalties. 2 stamina, accuracy is reduced. 1 stamina, damage received is increased. 3, you can't move. So every time you go through a round, you will regenerate stamina, but every time you do something, you will lose stamina. So if I was to activate him 3 times, he would lose all of his stamina in this round, but he would regain 1 at the end of the round. Okay, some skills can obviously affect multiple people, as you just saw with that grenade. Now, she has healing skill, so quite useful. Krzysztof is now feeling better. Poor Kazimierz though. But he's behind cover. Cover can be destroyed, so be aware of that. So we're going to select him again. You have auxiliary skills, and they will also use stamina as well. So we're going to move him, and we're going to move him to a better position, which is in the rear, because he is a sort of sniper type character. There we go. And we get to select him again, and because it's now the second round, he's regained 1 stamina, so we're on 2, and we are going to target. Now you'll notice as well there are 2 lanes, so these 2 are both in the rear line, but one of them's in the furthest lane, one's in the nearest lane. This means if he is targeting someone in the furthest lane, he will get a flanking action. Basically, if you're in the opposite lane to them, you get a flanking attack. There we go, increased damage. And now he's going to draw my chap out of cover. And Kazimierz is going to use a buff. So this, you have buffs as well. We'll target Krzysztof. And it's also going to benefit her as well. And Kazimierz is going to take a battering. He is also now been suppressed, which means he can no longer activate this round. Single shot. And it's telling us to shoot the rifleman. He now has bleeding because of the buff that we just put on the ammunition. Now we have to win the battle, which means I can actually focus down one character and kill them, which is what I would prefer to do normally. I don't want to use him because it'll reduce all of his stamina down. So what I'm going to do is pick him and chuck her. Oh, we missed. Kazimierz, you... Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. That's a shame. If you wouldn't mind, give him a little bit of a heal. He needs to feel a tiny bit better. You're going to shoot him because he's out of cover. Right. Try this again. Slightly better, but we'll now be able to kill him next round. So, Kazimierz, no, not Kazimierz, target acquired, with Krzysztof, and bang! Oh, not quite, that's such a shame. Well, that's fine, you can blow up the barrel if you so wish. She can't do what I need her to do, so fine, just get rid of him. There we go. Using quite a lot of ammunition for this, but it's absolutely fine. They're dead, which is the most important thing. Then I would like for you to move here, please, behind some cover. And next turn. First aid, just to get him to feel a tiny bit better. There we go. He gets to activate now. But we now have massive activation bonuses on them. This game is all about having more activations than the enemy, because you can just keep on shooting them. There we go. Bang. Dead. Fantastic. Victorious. So death is permanent. If any of these chaps die, that's it. So you're sometimes forced into making a decision whether or not you want to complete the objective or keep your people alive. It can be tough sometimes, it really can. Now we continue marching forward, and we have another event, which is the Arrival. Having emerged victorious from their first real engagement, your team descends into the city's sewer network to reach the rally point. There is little time to celebrate, however, for the hard part comes next. The uprising is now in full swing. The long battle has begun. So we've completed the mission, and now we just need to return to the hideout. You can continue to explore, so we have all of these remaining action points. So if we wished, we can just continue to walk around, see what else there is, see if there's anything we can pick up, all of that type of stuff. The danger is that you might run into other German patrols, which could end up with your characters being in fights, getting more injured, you reducing your ammunition pile unnecessarily, or you just not finding anything. Because this is a tutorial, I'm just going to click on complete mission, and we see what rewards we have. So we've got a commendation, which is a medal, and we've got all of this ammunition. Now you remember we did have 200 of this, but we used some of it in the fight, so we've now only got 168. Bear that in mind. And here's the mission summary. So it does take some time to complete missions, so you'll see days tick away when you complete missions. Sometimes you have multiple missions to complete at the same time, but you can only select one to complete because they happen in different districts, things like that, which means that anything else you don't complete, you will fail. There's no way around that. And that will affect things like momentum. So momentum is hugely important. This is what keeps your uprising going. What counters it is attrition. And you can see here, all of these are districts. The morale is high, attrition is low. Morale will drop down because of events, and morale will drop down just turn by turn anyway, and attrition will increase by the same amount that morale drops by. You'll also be losing war assets every single day. This is what you need to supply your troops with, basically, to keep everything going. Perfect timing. Today's supply drop runs have proven exceptionally bountiful. Usually these drops tend to drift away towards enemy territory due to the wind and limited recovery options, but this delivery has been executed almost flawlessly. As such, the day marks a decent influx of resources for the uprising. So we've got plus 35 supplies and plus 39 short ammo as well, which is fantastic. That's a pretty damn good event. Sometimes, and I have played this, where you can get an event that just knackers your momentum right at the beginning and means that the campaign is pretty much off to a loser. That's the death toll for the city. So this is our hideout, okay? So in the hideout, you can see all of your different NPCs who assist you, plus your party members. Now, here we have our three chaps that we had in the fight there. So if we're going to click on them, we'll get the character overlay, and you can see their experience, their statistics, what weapons they have. So he's also got a Piat, what skills they have, and you can click on skills as well, and you can change skills out depending on what you think is necessary. Weapons as well, if you have other weapons, you can switch them. And then experience. For example, because we got awarded a medal, if I want this person to have more experience, then I click on this and it'll give him plus 300. And every single one of these people has a different set of skills and bonuses from their experience. She is our medic. She just has this tiny little pistol and these skills, whilst our man here is a rifleman as well as a machine gunner. As you can see here, he has his machine gun and he has his rifle. This machine gun is not the best. You can get better ones, but it's very useful to have a machine gunner no matter what. Then, along here, we have a list of NPCs who assist. We'll start off on this side, and this is the priest. So every casualty of your team, anyone who dies, you'll get a list of what they did here. You get that in all of these type of games. The recruiter, so this allows you to enlist volunteers. These volunteers are not as good as the characters you will get as uniques, but they are useful. They can fill a gap. They cost resources every time. We have 349, it costs 100 to recruit. And they can only have one personal skill. I think as well now, it didn't used to be the case, but I think now you can, when you hire them, you can actually select what skills they can have, so that you're not forced to have the wrong type of character joining you. You can choose the right person for the right mission. Codex gives you more information about your people, so you can learn about their backstory. The more missions you complete, the more information you unlock about them, which is quite nice. Gives you more of a story. The Overseer, so this is like a shop. You can trade things here. So if you go to barter, you can barter stuff for stuff, your supplies for other things you need. Compasses increase movement efficiency. Camouflage is good to stay hidden, obviously. Flares and the likes all there, and you can sometimes pick up broken weaponry, which you can get repaired here too. The hospital is where if anyone is injured, they need to go here to heal. You can still take wounded individuals out on missions, but for them to actually recover, they need to visit the hospital. And then you have the informant who will help you plan your missions. So that's what we're going to do right now, because I don't need to do any. Well, no, I'm going to give him the experience because he did most of the work last time, and then we're going to look for a new mission. So every time you set out, Inform will mark your map with available missions with this. Missions take several days to complete, and your team cannot be everywhere at the same time. You can only pick one mission at a time, and everything else will fail. So you need to choose the one that's going to suit you best. We have 3 different missions, so let's have a look. Right, so missions, when they're complete, will keep morale up, and you will get these rewards. Failure will increase attrition. The more attrition you have, the worse it gets. If attrition reaches full, then you've lost this area. So this one is to engage enemy forces. We need to beat 5 forces, and we will get, for doing that, we will get another medal, we will get a damaged machine gun, and we will get some experience. Okay, but we need to defeat 5 enemy forces within 4 days. Second mission, prevent AT units from disrupting resistance operations. We need to take out AT units, so we're searching for them. And again, we'll get accommodation, damage heavy weapon, and more experience. Less experience than the other one. Nothing in that district. There is in this district, however. Repair resistance barricades. So we need to repair the resistance barricades. For that, we'll get accommodation, damaged heavy weapon, and the most experience. But the question is, if we look here, what our income is, which one is worth defending more? This one is probably worth defending more, but engaging enemy forces is always a tough one. However, let's go to it. Now, deployment, we get to choose the people we take with us every time. And you can see this grid tile here. So this will be the far row, this will be the near row, and then if you see these blue rectangles here, they highlight where they are best for placement. So he is better in the back rows. He is better a little bit further up front. She is better a little bit further up front. And this chap here, well, we're going to throw him there. I don't think I need that much ammunition, because obviously if you come across supplies, then you want extra space to take it, but you don't want to run out of ammunition as well. Yeah, right. Do I want the compass? Yeah, we'll take the compass, right. Okay, so these things here these arrows highlight where there are things to look for. So if we head off here. Ooh, now they're looking for a fight as well. But we need to take them out. So it is what it is. We enter their zone, we fight. They have a flamethrower, an officer. This is not an easy fight. Not an easy fight at all. Right. So explosive projectiles going to do a lot of damage. Bang! It's done some serious damage to him. You're going to draw him out. That's fine. Switch round. It's not the end of the world for me. Clear out reduces cover 27 to 37. Armor penalty. Yeah. Bang. There we go. And we're doing a lot of damage to a lot of people there, which is quite nice. Flame throwing me. Did resist the burn on one chap though, which is quite nice. I missed the back one. Full auto is another one where you can go for several people, but we have taken out their flamethrower. Unfortunately, we've been hit by burn. Good, he's missed. And then I think we shall... We've got 28, so... That's you. There we go. He'll be dead next round. It's not a bad start. We're going to need to heal him eventually. Ooh, that's a good shot. Right, round 2. Target acquired. Oh, you missed. That's horrible news. That's truly horrible news. He's suppressed, which means he can't do anything this time round. Full auto again. Go for it. Dead. Nice. Now we've got activation on them next round, which is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful news. First aid. Our boy here, he needs a touch of help. He's back up to full health, which is quite good. Yes, you can rally your troops as much as you like. As much as you like, sir. And then because we have the time and space to do it, we'll do you as well. Everyone's looking a little bit healthier. Burn kicks in, but that's fine. Suppression is gone. And now we're up to it. What do I want to do? There we go. Bang! Because we're behind cover, it doesn't do much, and he's also doing suppression, but, you know, it's fine. Good shot. Unfortunately, he was a good shot as well. Right. Heal yourself. Can you heal yourself? Yes, you can. Oh, good. Nice job. And... take that. That's going to damage his cover as well, which is no bad thing. There we go. And we have massive bonuses on this. And these are like mini things that we can do at the same time. Unfortunately, they're too far forward. Damn it, you missed it. We need to get that cover out of the way, unfortunately. It's blocking everything. How'd you miss with your grenade? I'm not going to complain. Not going to complain at all. Bang! There we go. Cover's destroyed. He's going to die in a second as well. Bugger. Right, if that's the case, then just heal yourself. Right. We will do you. Full auto. Remove him. How do you miss? Grenade. Irritating. Kill him. There we go. Why couldn't you have done that last turn? Right, he can't do anything else this turn, which is quite nice, which means we can sort of move about a bit. She's no use whilst that man is standing there. I think you can just heal yourself. That's absolutely fine. You, my man. How'd you miss with the bazooka? Do it again. There we go. That's a hit. That's pretty good as well. Then I think we shall... Do you? There we go. Moved him around a little bit. Is this going to help us? Not really. There we go. He's going to die though. Nothing else he can do. Boom. Good shot, sir. Good shot. And we have won. Defeated the first lot of enemies. Fantastic. That was a pretty tough fight actually to walk straight into. But we dealt with that relatively well. And then we can rock up here and steal their stuff. So we've looted that. That's not a bad thing to do. And we carry on. Ooh, what do we have here? Miscellaneous junk. Bullets are always good. Have a quick gander up here. Ooh, more stuff. But we haven't found the enemy. Enemy cargo though. Take that, damaged rifle. Nice. What do I want to lose though? Bandages are useful. Camouflage. Supplies are extremely useful. I probably don't need the revolver. I will take the... No, I'll tell you, I don't need the flares. I will take that. Okay, very good. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think you get the idea. If you have enjoyed this, please feel free to drop a like and subscribe for more. We'll be covering more content on this, and I'll be doing my usual guides, tips and tricks in the future. But yes, thank you very much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.